races and all these other things where these girls train and then they end up not being able to advance to compete in state or what have you. So we actually have a quick video. So we're going to part the Red Sea here for a minute, show the video, and then I'm going to have Selena Soul come up and
this
talk
shit
about
crazy. Look at this shit here. And why as black people we got to be the first ones to do this dumb shit, dog?
Out of the 100 is in lane 5. Chelsea Mitchell in lane 6. Mitchell ended up the 100-meter champion after the false start. Nichelle Smith in 7. Carly Swire in 8. Jillian Mars second in the 400 is in 9. Here comes Terry Miller. Miller, after the false start in the 1, takes the 200.
Maybe 24 low.
Terry Miller of Bloomfield in 5, the overwhelming favorite. Alana Smith is in 6, Emily Mulhern in 7, Selena Sewell in 8, Megan Wasik in 9, and as expected, it is Miller and
Usain Bolt out there and shit in a wig.
11.64.
She just broke her own state open record.
Yikes.
All right. Guys, come on up. So I think you see in those races, I mean, you have all those girls who are competing, and it just wasn't a level playing field. It wasn't fair. And Selena is here from Connecticut, and she's going to talk about how this has impacted her opportunities. And so, Selena, come on.
My name is Selena Soul, and I'm a track and field athlete from Connecticut. You may know my story, but if you don't, I'd like to share how a bad policy in my state of Connecticut has robbed me, my teammates, as well as every other female track athlete in my state the opportunity to compete on a fair and level playing field. I have been competing in track and field since my mom introduced it to me when I was a little girl. Track means everything to me. I would wake up every morning eager to get on the track, waiting to run, waiting to jump. I love my sport. I've spent countless hours trained to shave fractions of a second off of my time so I could be the best, because I race to win. But my chances of being first, of being the best, were shattered. In 2017, Connecticut began allowing 2 male athletes who self-identify as girls to compete in girls' sports. During all 4 years of high school, I was forced to compete against them, even though they were bigger, stronger, and faster than me, because they were male. In just 3 years, these 2 athletes won 15 women's championship titles, and they set 17 new individual meet records which we girls had no hope of breaking. I remember what it was like to line up for the race and get into my blocks, already knowing the outcome long before the race started. Those 2 biological males would dominate the field, leaving us girls to compete for 3rd place and beyond. No matter how hard we trained and how hard we pushed ourselves, they beat us time and time again. We elite female athletes don't give up a normal high school experience just for participation trophies. We race to win. Sports have always had separate rules to ensure fairness. Everyone should have the chance to participate in sports, but they need to compete where it's most fair. This isn't about self-expression. This is about our right, a woman's right, to win. I have lost countless opportunities over the past few years. I lost opportunities to compete on world-class tracks and opportunities to win titles. During my junior year, I was denied the chance to compete at the regional New England Championships. I missed advancing to the next level of competition in the 55-meter dash by just 2 spots. 2 spots that were taken by biological males. It was frustrating, heartbreaking, and demoralizing to be sidelined in my own sport. Female athletes deserve the same opportunity as boys to excel and chase our dreams. Allowing male athletes to compete in girls' sports shatters those dreams and strips away opportunities that so many of us have spent years working to obtain. We must protect the integrity of women's sports. So I decided to take action. 3 of my fellow female athletes and I filed a lawsuit last year with the Alliance Defending Freedom against the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference because girls and women deserve the chance to compete on a fair playing field. After reviewing the Fairness in Women's Sports Act, all I can say on behalf of all female athletes is thank you, Governor. As someone who was one of the first to start speaking against this injustice, It is very encouraging that my story has reached people across the country and that many have seen what's happened in Connecticut and want to take the stand to protect female athletes in their state and to protect women's sports so no other young girl has to go through the same pain and heartbreak I had to endure my 4 years of high school. I am grateful to Florida lawmakers and especially Governor DeSantis for preserving fairness in women's sports and allowing countless young girls and women the opportunity to succeed in the sport that they love. As a female athlete, I recognize the opportunities for higher competition are limited, including access to college recruitment, scholarship funds, equal access to facilities, coaches, training opportunities, and even opportunities to play professionally, even decades after Title IX. This bill is about protecting the advances we've already made as women in this space and creating a fair opportunity to empower women to aspire and to achieve in the most fair way possible. I only wish the rest of the country would take these obvious steps to ensure fairness and equality for women and girls like me. Once again, thank you, Governor DeSantis.
All right. Well, I want to thank Selena for coming down here from Connecticut. I know she's in college and she's actually figuring out maybe she can transfer to a school in Florida. So if you're out there and you're doing women's track and any of the coaches at our state universities, you may want to give her a call. So we'll be happy to help with that. So I want to thank the legislators for providing these protections. You know, when this was going on, you heard different things being said about, you know, some of these corporations get all spun up. Some of these organizations say they're not going to hold events if you do this. And just let me say very clearly, in Florida, we're going to do what's right. We'll stand up to corporations. They are not going to dictate the policies in this state. We will stand up to groups like the NCAA who think that they should be able to dictate the policies in different states. Not here, not ever. And so we won't be cowed. We will stand strong. And here's the thing. At the end of the day, if the price of providing opportunities that can last a lifetime for all the girls throughout the state of Florida, for ensuring fair competition for them, if the price of that is that we lose an event or two, you know, I would choose to protect our young girls every day of the week and twice on Sunday. So we have the legislators who were the sponsors of the bill. And so I want to invite up Senator Kelly Stargell, who helped shepherd this through the Florida Senate.
Thank you very much, Governor, for being here. Thank you for signing this hard-fought bill. You know, many, as we did this bill through the process, tried to make it about something that it wasn't. This bill is very simply about making sure that women can safely compete, have opportunities, and physically be able to excel in a sport that they've trained for, prepared for, and worked for. I don't think this is a place that Selena ever thought she would be or even desired to be, to try to work on something like this. It's such a common sense issue, and it's unfortunate that has become lost in the rhetoric of the day that what we're dealing with. This is nothing about anybody being discriminated against. It's solely so that women have an opportunity to compete in women's sports. We all know that men are stronger than women. Watching the video, I kept thinking to myself, I've always heard as a kid, you know, you run like a girl. And when you're looking at that video, it's even evident. The woman, the transgender woman who competed or a self-identified woman, ran very differently than the others in the competition. It's physiologically different. Men are stronger, they have bigger lung capacity, stronger muscles. It's common sense. And Governor, I appreciate you working with us to push this issue forward. It was a difficult issue. It's the right issue. It's the right thing to work for in this emerging issue to make sure that we protect our women. So thank you, Governor. Thank you for what you've done for our state.
Thank you. Okay. Kaylee Tuck, where is she? Oh, we okay?
I'm just gonna say that's bullshit. If you run track, you play sports, you know that those track times are based on, or qualifications are based on times, not individuals.
Yeah, but the Usain Bolt motherfucker broke his own record.
So That's just 2 people. She's competing against 10 other girls. It's 10 girls total. So 8 other girls beat her time too.
Yeah, but the scholarship got taken up by 2 males.
There wasn't no scholarship.
Yes, that's what the girl was saying. She was saying that they gave out 2 scholarships, and I guess in a region or whatever. And
It was it was for her to qualify for a meet, a track meet, nationals.
Right, but to go to college,
I think she's going to be okay.
they took their fucking scholarships, gave them a participation.
Okay, Kaylee Tuck.
Well, she participated.
I can say a lot about why I filed this legislation and the reasons for this legislation, but I think the testimony here is powerful enough. We can't expect our girls and women to compete for 3rd and 4th place and work hard doing it. So this legislation protects the safety, the competitiveness, the integrity, and the fairness of women's sports. So thank you so much, Governor, for your support. Thank you to Speaker Sprouse for his leadership. And thank you to my good friend and mentor, Chair Latvala.
Yeah, why the fuck they gotta compete to come in 3rd or 4th place? Try their hardest to know they gonna come in 3rd or 4th place. Like, no, that's fucking ridiculous.
And I'm gonna sign it in 1 second, but I want to just a smaller issue, a part of this.
4 years ago, when it was a little white girl in Texas wrestling,
Legislators are doing things. It's like
the boy
making sausage,
who
different
became a
things that
girl
happen.
wrestler,
So
it
as
was the
part of this
greatest thing
bill,
in
for
the
whatever
world.
reason, there was a provision there that was delaying something that we did previously.
So now it's 2 little black boys. It's against the law.
Respecting college athletes.
You already know. That's why I'm like, why had to be 2 black sissies? They gonna attack y'all immediately. They gonna attack y'all immediately. Why y'all had to be the first one?
Date of effect
Those
from
2 white
July
kids, man, those are totally
until
different.
July 1st of next year. However, that was fixed.
They'd have
There's
been
another
paraded.
bill that I will then subsequently sign, which will take precedence over that provision of this bill. And so rest assured, July 1st, 2021, just as planned, the name, image, and likeness, the college athletes will be able to be compensated if people are using their name, image, and likeness. And I know that we actually, our coaches throughout Florida, use that to recruit different athletes to be able to come to our state universities. And we think that we're proud of Florida leading the way on that yet again, and we'll continue to do it. So if you read this bill, you will see that the 1-year delay, but just understand that 1-year delay is rectified already. It will be rectified once I sign the other legislation. That will happen, so everyone can proceed accordingly, as July 1st, the date where our name, image, and likeness bill takes effect. We're very proud of that as well. All right, let's go. Madison, come here.
Oh, he's going to sign the bill in front of us? Yay.
So he had to be on his Trump shit. He's signing a lot of shit. Bruh. That shit there, man.
That is one colorful crowd, bro. Seeing all those black people in the crowd?
Bruh. Yeah, I was looking for the black folks.
Seeing all that representation we had? Oh, yeah. Only 2 black people in the whole conversation were the 2 that they was talking about doing something illegal.
Yeah, that was it. That was only 2 niggas in the room.
Like, the moment I realized that, bro, like, that whole thing lost my interest. Like, this whole fight against transvestites and all that. Fuck them. And the people fighting them. I don't mean literally, but, you know, I fuck both of them. They ain't got shit to do with me.
Right.
On a positive note, I do think that there is a grounds for them to stand on, but
They gonna have all the other
the
transgender
fact,
colors hate against the black transgender because they gonna be the ones to ruin everything. That they gonna try to jump in, and they gonna be the first ones to get put up there to get turned away. So they gonna be the ones to shut down all the rights for the other lighter colored transgenders, and those lighter colored transgenders are gonna hate those niggas.
huh? I mean,
You still can't escape that racism.
I'm looking at it. I'm just looking at it like this. The movie stars, they're paying people to get their kids into school, USC, USF, and all, not USF, but all these high ranked schools so that the kids could get in, saying
Yeah.
that they were athletes on the road team. Kids ain't never played a sport in their life and all this. But that was their way to get in, right? These two nice young men said, hey, look, we watched Juwanna Man enough. We could pull this off. And they did. That's how I'm looking at that. This is their way of making a life for themselves coming up. Because I remember sitting down watching Channel 7 News 5 years ago. And there was this little white boy who won state in Texas wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But he was wrestling in the girls' league. And he's a transvestite. And then they're like, yeah, he's the first to be doing this, and we're very proud of him, and this and this and this and that. And the moment I realized that this whole Florida ban on transvestite is, again, two little black boys.
Yeah.
It's like, man, fuck you, bro. It has nothing to do with their sex. It has nothing to do with anything other than them being two little black boys who came up with a nice, sweet lick.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And then he want to throw in the fact that, athletes going to get paid in Florida. Only Florida. NCAA has been running shit for years.
No, NCAA was saying they go for anybody who discriminates against them by signing that bill. They not gonna send any more tournaments or anything like that to the state. They gonna stay alive.
That's what I was saying. I played sports in college. I knew that if I cheated on a test, I had to go sit down and talk to the people in the clearinghouse. So what makes you think you, a governor, a man with just a title, nothing else, is going to move a corporation?
Shit.
He only blowing smoke up everybody's ass and hoping that we sit here and take it.
Shit, they been taking and eating and voting for his ass.
Yeah, the Trumpers, bro. Trumpers just want, as long as you're saying what they want to hear, bro, like everything is good. But they don't pay attention to none of the results.
Yeah, we are numbered. We are numbered by them motherfuckers. So, but hey, that's the only thing I could say I can agree with. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, yeah, shit, man, ain't nowhere in hell, bro. Like, we ain't supposed to be doing that, man. Like, doing that to no fucking girls. That is so punkish, dog. Like, no, like, come on, really? That's like you being a adult going out there playing basketball with kids. You out there slapping every ball out the air, like just dunking on the kids.
But if it got you an NBA contract, you wouldn't do it.
Man, hell no, dog.
To play against some jits for 2 years. 2 years of your life. Give 2 years of your life, bro, and you guarantee millions after them 2 years.
Well, your ass gonna have to play with the dudes. I mean, with the people. Yeah, you gonna come out of that league and you go to the league, to the professionals, don't you think?
Yeah. There's a means to the end. Now, if I understand, if I understood why they were doing it, then I'd be like, I can get it. I don't know their reason for doing it. I don't understand. But as me personally, I see it like this. That is a sweet ass lick.
Of course it is, nigga. That ain't fair.
It's a sweet ass lick. They follow the rules.
That's like us letting the fuck niggas run the street. That's basically what that is.
No, that's not letting fuck niggas run the street.
Yes.
We're talking about sports, bro. We're talking about sports. Let's leave it at sports.
It's the same
Let's
thing.
leave it at sports.
It's the same thing. That's like us being having all the OGs on the street, then they just start disappearing off the street and just allowing shit. You wonder like, damn, shit changing out here. Like, what the fuck? And it's like, and you see it like, you know what I'm saying? Seeing like fucking kids going swinging on old ladies and all type of shit like that. Like, you looking like, what the fuck is going on? They allowing this shit?
No, that's different. That's not allowed. Swinging on old people is not allowed. There's no rule that says that you can walk by and punch an old lady in the face.
Well, nigga, it's been happening and people been standing around watching it.
No, but that's not a rule. There's no rule that allows you to do it. There are rules that allow these kids to do it.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
There is.
It's not written. It's a loophole that's just not written. Which why they're it ain't written that they can.
There's no rule that says they can't do it.
Right. There's no rule
that says that you can't walk around. But there's plenty of rules that say you can't walk around and punch old people in the face.
But you know what?
It's actually a felony. It's actually a felony to punch old people in the face. There is nothing wrong with a boy racing against a girl. Now, if he would have got his ass whooped, we'd have been talking mad shit about him.
No, it's some kind of law. It's some kind of law. It's something I can find.
There is no rule in any school books that stop it's not interracial, it's not intercollegiate. It's not intramural. Intersex games, co-ed games. There's no rules against co-ed games.
Right, yeah, intramurals.
There's no rules against it. Now, these kids done figured out, look, this is our way to get in. Somebody gonna pay for us to go to school. This and this. I'm doing something I love. Twice over.
Okay, so
it's a win-win for him.
Who they live with in the dorm?
That ain't none of our business.
Oh my gosh. What you mean? That's my child's business. If you sleeping in the same room with my damn daughter, you got your fucking mind. That ain't my business. When that shit hit home.
Bro, when you go to college, there's a 50% chance. If you have a roommate, there's a 50% chance your roommate is gay or has some kind of sexual deviant. 50% chance. My first roommate jacked off 24/7. No matter who was in the room. Non-stop. My next roommate was gay. So you don't never know what kind of roommate you're gonna get when you get there. And
but you know a transgender is coming in there. What you think?
But they also have single rooms, bro. Like, there's so many accommodations that can be made for that. There is. I don't think that they're gonna send the transgender young person to go live in a room in a dorm, the boys' dorm.
That's what I'm saying. They're not. What school is adjusted for that?
There isn't none, bro. Like, I don't know. I doubt it. It's not like they have a handicapped dorm, like they have, transgender dorm.
That's gonna be the next level of fucking discrimination. Oh, now we got a scholarship, and now we ain't got nowhere to stay.
And look, if it was a mixture of like colors of color, then I'd be like, all right, you know what? I'm 100% behind this. But
I ain't getting behind none of that.
I want you. No, I ain't talking about behind it. I'm talking about Ron DeSantis, bro. Like, I'll be like, you know what, bro? You're 100% correct on this. I'm not gonna fight. I wouldn't argue with this, but I keep going back to that Fox News thing, bro. Like they actually celebrated this little white boy beating up girls, and it's not like he looked feminine. I'm talking about he looked like a little boy with the wig on.
Yeah, didn't them niggas didn't look like that?
I didn't look him in the face. I didn't look at him. Period.
You could. They was running at the speed of light. You couldn't even see. Like they face was a damn silhouette. They was moving so fast, nigga. You couldn't see none of that shit. He could have had a full blown beard. We would have never fucking knew. All we see is that fucking nasty ass raggedy piece of shit on top of that head, fucking riffing through the goddamn air. Like, what the fuck is that? Is that a banshee?
It's just
a yeti? What the fuck is that?
They should at least had one little black kid in the group of 4. Say, hey, you know what? Hi, my name is Laquita, and I'm a discus thrower.
Did you? I didn't even see no other black females.
No, there was not even a black person in the crowd for me to be like, you know what? This isn't targeted. And when I'm saying targeted, I don't mean like targeted because of their sexuality. I mean targeted because how dare these jigaboos come up with such a great idea before?
Yo, you mean they the ones who came up with it first and they got away with that shit. It's just that when that person, they wasn't gonna get no scholarship to that person. And now
bro, like it doesn't stop your scholarship. This isn't like track isn't like football. Track isn't like football. Track isn't like basketball, right? All it takes is one good meet for you to qualify for everything for that year. One good meet. It has nothing to do with anybody else on the track. When Usain Bolt qualifies for the Olympics, he qualifies in the World Championships. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But his qualifying time isn't taken from the World Championship. It's taken from just a regular track meet. So he could qualify at any point in time during the year to run in the Olympics. She could have qualified at any point in time throughout the school year to qualify for regions. Now, once you're in regions and districts and stuff, now that's based on talent. But still, they still take the best 10 out of a region to go compete in state. Just tell get the fuck out of here, bro. You just didn't practice enough. You see those people on the line, and you're like, oh my God. Black people here in Connecticut.
Yeah, it's bad enough they already getting at the little black girls that be competing against all that shit they were saying about Serena Williams and all, you know what I'm saying, all that shit. Like, why would you want to be? Why would you already have mental health issues in your head to want to be a fucking female? Then you want to deal with people fucking thrashing you like publicly, like, bro, like, what are you gonna do? End up becoming a school shooter? Like, where is that gonna end up to?
No, the white people will end up being a school shooter. Oh my God! Can't believe they beat us in track.
It's gonna go to some transgender shootings because they already goddamn. If you're gay at school, they jumping and kicking your ass. You see that shit I put on from Deerfield High School last week? Where they beat up a little boy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. Why would you want to put yourself through that extra shit? Wait till you get out of high school and figure that shit out. Why you in school? Stay your ass on the fucking books. Yes, that's it, man. You can do all that shit, you know what I'm saying? But bro, like, no, man, don't do that shit at school. Don't do that shit at school.
That's like telling a young girl, man, hey, don't wear that outfit because a guy's gonna look at you.
Yeah, like, bitch, they got a dress code. Like, they ain't supposed to be like the same shit. Like, nigga, you got a dress code. You got a fucking attitude code that you need to abide by.
Does it matter? Does it matter what female has on for you to look at her?
Does it what?
Does it matter what she has on for you to look at her?
What you mean? No.
You just look at her, right? So that statement about what you have on, don't wear that because men are going to look at you, is as asinine as just putting words together. So telling somebody to go stand in a corner because they feel a certain way about themselves is asinine.
Well, they just saying that basically because they ain't raising no thoughts around there. That's all they was trying to say in high school and elementary and all that shit. When they say you couldn't wear a dress below your fucking fingertips or whatever, your shorts or whatever.
Understandable. Like if it's now based on just quality of life, like you don't want to have a child believe that that's okay. That's different. But to blame the child for someone else's actions, that's not okay.
So exactly. So it's like, still, why wasn't okay for us to do it? And just like it wasn't okay for us to carry no fucking beepers to school or nothing like that, but they able to carry cell phones and shit to school.
Because back then that a black kid with the beeper was a drug dealer. Because the white kids had beepers in their school.
Could be.
Because Zach Morris had a beeper and a cell phone.
Yeah. If you want to go on that route, yeah, you're right about that.
But for us, when it comes to the black people, we're always being taught about our own stereotypes. Why we shouldn't act this way, why we shouldn't walk this way, why we shouldn't talk this way.
And Zach Morris was in a single parent home.
Zach Morris was a nigga.
Yeah.
But like I keep saying, anything that has to do with black people, bro, they're quick to dehumanize it and make it worse than what it is. If they want me to consider anything they have to say, bro, like they should have came up with a better color palette. You having 3-4 white girls sue 2 black kids.
Yeah, they had the look of that don't look appealing.
It looks like a little lynch mob.
Yeah. When I was looking at it, I'm looking at all the kids in the background, like, nigga, y'all get whooped by the fat black girls that goddamn running track. Put some big black girls out there and whoop you. Hey, what the hell?
Because again, I ran track, and I know these girls. They won state. They're good. But there's days at track practice where I had to tell them to slow down because you was embarrassing me. And I was good enough to get a scholarship. Track wasn't my main sport until I got to college, but but back then, the girls weren't too far off from the boys.
No.
And those top quality girls, because I went to school with these twins, and I think it was probably like 2 boys on our team that could beat them. And they were like sophomores and we were seniors.
If your time is like a whole fucking second beating everybody else in competition, bro, your time gonna have to go again. You can go against the girls, but your time gonna compete with boys. How about that?
That's fine, yeah. There's so many ways around this.
Just like how you say you can qualify any type of way. Okay, well, fine. If you want to qualify for a scholarship, you can race against the girls, but we're only accepting your time going against the boys when it comes to you getting a scholarship.
But scholarships have nothing to do with that, bro.
It did. Nigga, were you
no
listening?
way in hell.
Bruh.
No.
You ain't seen when Ron DeSantis said that she can come to school down here.
That's because they're trying to paint that picture as that, bro. There's
Well,
no way in hell.
the
Name a
girl,
school that's gonna be like, all right, look, I'm only going to take people. I'm only taking quarterbacks that can throw the ball 80 yards.
bro, I'm just going by
What's
what
the
she
fucking
said. The
likelihood?
girl said
There's
they
no
took
way.
2 scholarships and they both went to males.
Yes, they went to males because those males were better than them. Period. Has nothing to do with their times. Nothing to do with nothing to do with them individually like that.
They can't compete with that time. Like he finishing like a whole fucking 2 seconds ahead of them. Like, how the fuck you gonna compete with that? And this motherfucker breaking his own records. Like all the girls that like that girl that was up there, she used to be the champ before they allowed them to come in there. And now since they came in her final,
Go back and watch the video. Go back and watch the video. Go back and watch the 200, right? The girl who talked, she won the 100. And go back and watch that video and look at how close they were for that 100. Then you go to the 200, and they were talking about how the girl won and she's in this lane.
yeah,
And only why she won is because the girl in that lane fall started. And as they're talking, they're coming around the track. And you can see that the girl's form is off. And she's the one in the red. Even though the transvestite, when she gets into the open, she flattens out and her legs do the I forgot what it's called, but her legs do this thing. Like her legs are battling. When you run track, your legs are supposed to do this. And I'm watching. In order for you to complain to me about anything,
yeah, that's because she was basically
show me quality.
taking a shift in her body to try to look at the other motherfucker coming up behind the motherfucking ass and really understood that she couldn't turn around.
No. This is some like honestly, I doubt that the transvestite girl has any kind of training in that sport.
I mean, don't have
because
to.
of the way
You don't have to.
because of the way that they were running. And then you watch the other kids. You can see there's minimal training. Like there's no form, there's no breakdown in their running. But for
Right.
you to complain to me, go complain to your coach and say, look, bro, my parents are paying taxes for you to sit here and teach me nothing. This girl is kicking my ass. This dude is kicking my ass every meet. Help me beat him.
So see what you just said about the girls having terrible form. Okay, maybe the girl that all of them had terrible form, but it still was a winner out of the motherfuckers. Like goddamn, it's fun between them racing each other. When you got a motherfucker coming out there showboating and tearing this shit up, like man, hold on, this shit ain't even fun no more. Like what the fuck?
Nah, but then it has nothing to do with the scholarships and all that. Now you just playing a little violin looking for sad shit.
Yeah,
Suck
yeah.
at the fucking thing. Like, come on now.
They said that they got the scholarships taken away by
You
men.
remember? All right. A couple years, a long time ago, back in the 70s or 80s, there was a match between the women's rights match, tennis match between Mary Sue Ellen or whatever the fuck the white lady's name is, and the two number ones, the number one men and the number one woman in tennis, right? That is actually a physical sport.
Yeah.
The man is supposed to be able to hit the ball harder and be able to chase down the ball faster. And the woman won. I think her name was like Billie Jean or Mary Sue. She had one of those real.
Probably Billie Jean King.
It probably was, bro. And she trained. She worked on it. She honed her skills.
Yeah, but nigga, you
So when it
talking
came
about somebody who's a top tier fucking woman tennis player going
But
against
the
maybe.
girl was saying that she was the top tier in her top tier. She's the best. She honed her skill to compete against the rest. And now the rest was kicking her ass and now she wants to sue? Fuck you. Bro, like there's so many different the women's soccer team.
Okay. So
The
if we're gonna
women's
deal with
soccer
that
team.
between women, If they deal
The
with that,
women's
that's
soccer
fine and
team went on an exhibition tour, I think 2 years ago, competing against MLS teams, male teams, and was kicking their asses just to show that they need that. Like, look, we're only getting paid $5,000 per game to win a game, whereas these MLS players are making 3-4 times that money.
Yeah,
And here we are able to whoop their asses. Pay us our money.
yeah. But you talking about exhibition shit, man? Like,
It doesn't. It's
dudes
still
ain't gonna
people
take that shit
competing
serious.
in. Which
They not
you
gonna.
out there, you out there getting your ass kicked by a woman
They
in
not.
a
They
sport
not.
that you play.
Nah, they
Come
not.
on, bro.
They not playing hard against them like that. I
There's
seriously.
no way in hell. There's no way in hell, brother. There's no
I ain't
way in
saying
hell.
he's not capable of it, but at the same time, ain't no dude gonna, man, hell no, because he gonna be out there tripping the hell up out of their ass. Like they not gonna play how they play. With playing some.
Even if that's even if that's what the boys were trying to do, those women went out there to show it, to prove a point, and they did it. And multiple times, women have shown that whenever they are able to practice the same way and do everything like what the counterpart are able to do, they're
Right.
able to do it just as good and sometimes better.
Yeah, only in
I
the
am
Gator commercial.
very nah, bro. Like I coach girls sports, right? I coach
Yeah.
girl basketball, and I'm telling you, I know for a fact there isn't, especially as teenagers, bro. There's no when kids are training, there is no level of difference. So that whole suing them because tell them girls to get their fat asses off the damn whatever they do after they leave school and go practice.
Yeah, but they drive isn't the same as it's not gonna be the same like that. And like, come on, like for real. Like for them to
Then
really
why
go,
are you complaining? If your drive isn't into it, why the fuck are you complaining?
it's into it, but it's their drive isn't as hard as how our drive is to get into the pros. Their way into the pros is like really like, look, that's a backup for what they need to they getting a scholarship to go to school for. They're gonna use that for getting their education over trying to think about going to the fucking pros. Like when they get to college, they gonna make sure they get a fucking some type of major that they can, really put above and put basketball is falling back on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But we're not talking about basketball, bro. There's no,
well,
you
I mean,
don't see a real Joanna man. We're talking about track. We're talking about wrestling. We're talking about tennis. Individual sports where, like, that sexual change makes a difference. And even then, bro, those people who played those sports made more. Like the top money makers are like soccer players, then individual sports, baseball, and so on. But the highest earners are usually like individual sports players, like track athletes, because you can run a meet every week, and if you're winning,
ain't paying out like that.